Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our viewers all around the world, wherever you are watching from. We are coming to you live from LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. The link for YouTube and Facebook, you can get the link in the Vicky's channel on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for coming in today to listen to us and to watch this very important, very special, very Christmassy interview with one of the up and coming young men in all the way from Ghana, Africa. So, welcome to today's Impact Makers series, coming to you live from LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. My name is Victoria, your host, and I have the honor and the privilege of welcoming to the studio today one and only Hanson Bederu. Hanson, welcome
Thank you.
to today's Impact Makers series.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
That is wonderful, and I'm very happy that your viewers and your audiences will be watching us live as well. It is an honor and a privilege to have you, and we cannot miss that smile. We can't go to Christmas without listening to you today. So welcome again to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so without much ado, can you please introduce yourself to the audience, please? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Very much. Thank you very much to be in this conversation.
Yep. Oh my God. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, look like the internet is playing up
I am
again.
here.
Okay, cool. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing, and how far have you come here? Who
Great,
is
great. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Special greetings to your viewers. And like I said earlier, I'm super excited to be here. Hanson Bederu is a very passionate and a driven young man that believes that every individual has the potential to rise above every challenge that they have faced in life, primarily because of my own struggle as a young man, how I've been able to navigate life even up to this point. You can only describe it as a miracle. However, I took my time to look back. It is said that life is lived forward but understood backwards. So as I live forward, as I fight my battles, I don't just fight blindly. I take the step to look back and trace my steps and look at the things that I could do. And onward we move. Up to now, I've been able to help quite a number of people rise above their challenges. Our challenges can just look like a mirage, but sometimes we make a mountains out of them. But every challenge we face in life, for every one of us, we have the potential to overcome it, buried inside of us to rise above it. And that is what I'm driven by. I believe you can do it, I can do it, everyone can do it. And if we're all operating at that level, we'll definitely make the world a better place.
Wow, that is wonderful. That is so wonderful. That is so loaded with a lot of golden nuggets. Now, you were talking about your struggle in the beginning, your struggle that make you rise up, and your
Exactly.
belief in the fact that because you've been able to fish yourself out of those difficulties, you are trying to help individuals also come out from the same difficulties. So that is wonderful, because then you become an example to the young ones that are coming, and then up and coming people who would want to know how to fish themselves out of difficulties. So tell us a little bit more about, we just start from Christmas. You've mentioned that now Christmas is coming, and Christmas means a lot of things to different people. We don't know how much um, people are making of Christmas and the impact of COVID on individuals, which is part of the difficulties that a lot of people are coming through. Tell us a little bit more about what advice you will give people who are feeling down at the moment, thinking that life is too hard on them. What can they do? What can they look up to with the exhaustion from COVID? And how can they look up to the holidays with excitement from your
Thank you very
experience?
much. Thank you very much for the question. I always say that life can be synonymous to challenges. A step back to look at life without the challenges and difficulty that comes with it would make life a little bit more boring. So, and of course, the principle of potential that states that potential is everything that you can do or can be that you have not been yet, means that once you have not done it, you can't tell if you can do it. Therefore, when you are hit with challenges, then that is the time to brace yourself up and look into yourself and come up with something good. I was talking about my personal challenges as well. Among the many things that I had to deal with, have been one of them has been trying to define who I am, because there's too many people in the world doing all kinds of things. So who am I in this world, and with all these people doing all these mighty things happening, am I also a part of all these people? Can I also do something? How to define myself in life has been a major struggle, but out of that I've been able to do a lot of great things. So when you are hit with a challenge, it is time to look within. Challenges call out for the potentials in you. There are so many things that we never knew we could do until the struggle came. And once the struggle comes, we have to. I used to share this story humorously that I never knew my mom was a TV repairer until one time our TV broke down and she has to watch a movie, a particular series, and the TV was down. I mean, however she did for the TV to come on was a miracle. In fact, I was like, wow, so you could repair TV, I never knew. There's so many things we can do that we never knew we could do them, except we are hit with challenges. And so with COVID and all the issues that are happening, I know there are people who don't even like to hear of Christmas because of the childhood struggles and battles they've had. They don't have the privilege of anybody buying new dress for them. Whilst people are celebrating their new dresses, they don't have that. They don't have the luxury of, the special meals people prepare on Christmas. And so they grew up with the heaviness. But look, you can make, I used to say that your vulnerability can become your greatest weakness, your greatest strength, if you know how to manage it. And so, no matter the issues you've had, no matter the struggles you have with Christmas and everything that comes with you, look, you can look to the future with joy, having a clear vision of that which you can do and that which you can become.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is awesome. Talking about vulnerability and talking about people accepting themselves for who they are. How powerful is that? Now, you are a passionate believer and an advocate for people to accept their difference, to accept that they are different in one way or the other. And one of the ways for you to accept that you are different is for you to know who you are, what your strengths are, your weaknesses are. How can you use those potentials and vulnerabilities to give you a voice, to enhance your visions, and to empower you in the values that you believe in and take you forward? So tell us a little bit about the difference and how you can use the vulnerabilities as a strength, to make your difference, to make you a different person in the marketplace. So what are the strengths that you derive from your vulnerability that you are using today that can be useful to other people?
Thank you very much. Advocacy has been very exciting. In fact, there are a lot of people who do all kinds of advocacy today. One thing that I believe is serving value deliberately and negotiating your reward or the appropriate reward for the value you offer. What I
Difference.
mean to say is that you can go around telling people to treat you well, to treat you good, advocating about the fact that people should treat you well, you are not going to get treated by telling people to treat you well, except that you are able to offer some value to them. In fact, this was something that has bothered my mind for a very long time. I thought to myself, if we're all the same, maybe we would have been united. Maybe we could do better things. Maybe we can come together to make the world a better place. But now that we speak different languages, now that we look different, it looks like because of the differences we have been polarized. And out of that deep meditation, I actually came to the conclusion and understanding that if we were the same, the competition would have been fierce, because we would have all be offering the same thing to the same market, expecting to have the same customers, and it would have been bloody. So the Creator, in His own understanding, deposited difference in each one of us so that you can leverage on the differences that you have, your individual um, potentials, and offer value. In that way, you would get to be respected, you get to be honored as much as you're supposed to. Therefore, it is important for you as an individual to properly define yourself by understanding your vision, by understanding who you are and what you want to do, or what you have to do, or the value you have to deliver in the marketplace of life. Or else, nobody is going to mind you, nobody is going to take you serious. So out of that deep meditation, I came to that. Personally, like I said, I had some struggle. One of the struggles I have was that two of my parents belong to two different religions. In other parts of the world, religion may not be so much of a big thing, but where I come from, it is like family. You derive a sense of belongingness from the religion. People of the same religion see themselves as one people. I struggle with a sense of belongingness because I cannot go here, neither can I go here. I say that even in high school, I was a leader of one of the religion and another member of another. And it was a whole lot of confusion. People define themselves by religion, others define themselves by academic qualifications, others define themselves by money and all of these things. But beyond all these things is to understand our vision, is to understand that which we stand for and that which we can give, or that value that we can deliver in the marketplace of life to ensure that we enjoy life to its maximum. That is why, for me, it is important for you as a person to properly understand who you are, understand that which you can deliver in the marketplace of life, and then offer it deliberately. In that way, you will get to be treated well, you will get to be honored, and all of that. So our differences are not to polarize us. There is actually unity in diversity. The more diverse we are, until we understand how to leverage our diversity to offer value, then we'll be respected, then we'll be honored. And together we can all, individually and collectively, contribute our quota to the development of the world.
Wow. Wow. You touched on some powerful stuff there. From our own backgrounds and where we are and where we are going, we have differences that makes things a lot difficult for us or a lot easier for us. But what you are trying to tell us is that no matter what the differences are, we can use that and power on and move to the next level. Because then, if we are all cleaners, who is going to be the chief executive? If we are all chief executives, who is going to be the pilot taking you from one place to the other? In otherwise, if we can give the cleaner also his position in society and give the chief executive also that position in society, give the high person and the low person, and then also appreciating all of these people at the same time, it takes a long time to take us to where we want to go, but then it helps us to move ahead in life. This is where the challenges are, and this is where, as human beings, we are struggling. Tolerance is very difficult, and people are very edgy at the moment. They are very stressed out. Every little thing gets on somebody's how do you
Yes.
call it, get on your nerves. So basically what you are trying to tell us is to be able to embrace our differences, We should accept them that they are there, but we can make room for those things to allow us. So that is very powerful. Now, talking about differences, you have been going to some conferences, being a keynote speaker in some of the programs that you have been attending, and some of these programs are family oriented, and women women female oriented programs. Tell us about the impact that the females and the women in your life have on you, that is helping you to be able to communicate your views in these setups. Tell us a little bit about the women in your life that has brought these sort of views to your life that can be useful to the other people.
Thank you very much for that question. I grew up with a lot of women around me. My
Mm-hmm.
mom is one I have built a very strong bond and relationship with, is my confidant. We've shared a lot of things together. At some point in my life, I had to stay with an auntie, and fortunately, unfortunately, that auntie operates a business, and that business sees majority as females. In fact, almost all the workers are females, and we stayed together at the same place and worked together. So generally, I've had the privilege of being among a lot of females, and I kind of understand how they think to some extent, and understand their challenges as well. In fact, like I said earlier, female empowerment has been a very important thing, because females are builders. Females are able to make things happen in a way that generally would make the world a better place. If our females are properly in line, we will definitely be able to get ahead in life. So, like I was saying earlier, if females understand their value and are able to offer that value a little bit more deliberately, and because generally, like, I believe in deliberate living. I don't believe in just living spontaneously and just watching things happen. I believe in making things happen. I believe in knowing the things that make the things happen, being in charge somehow. So with all these things, women are exceptionally valuable, except that some of them live too spontaneously. So they are unable to leverage on the powers they have to get ahead in life. And so most of those conferences that I go, I try to share with them certain tools that they can use to have proper self identity, proper self ideal, to understand themselves. Many of them think that unless someone appreciates them, they can't be appreciated, which is not the case. You need to learn to love yourself. You need to learn to appreciate yourself and know who you are and that which you can give. Understanding your value and that which you can offer in the market of life as a female puts you ahead of a lot of people. So I try to call on them to just let them understand that they have something of value. Their difference is important. Their uniqueness is important. And if they can just offer that value a little bit more deliberately, they will get ahead in life and be able to do the things that they must do. Because people are not just going to show pity on you because you're a female. They would have to need you as much to be able to accord you the needed respect that you want. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. I can just feel some. I don't know about you guys out there. Hello, if you're out there and you are listening to us, please let us know you are there. Tell us where you are watching from and what are your takeaways so far. I am getting so excited about this. Now, to continue with what you just said, you were just talking about female empowerment and the role of the men. Now, we live in a society where research shows that women are not equally paid. They are not equally promoted. There are some obstacles on our way. This is a very hot topic. And this topic has been a debate in the home as well, as you know, from our background back in Ghana and all other places and so many other places around the world. The men are looked up to as the breadwinners, as the care, and the women are the caregivers, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of challenges in our cultures, the religious aspect, the political aspect, the decisions that are made. They have to factor in all of these stuff. Now you are talking about the empowerment of the girl child, the empowerment of the women and the ladies and the mothers and all of that stuff. Do you think the men also have a role if we have to bridge this gap to a level? What role do you think specifically should the men be playing? Can we empower the women and leave the men behind just because we are chasing them up? Or we should take them along? The men should reach down and say, hello, come down, come out with me. You know, we should be able to delegate a little bit more so we give them room to flourish or to fail. Do you think society is not tolerant to the failures and the flourishing of women, and if there's anything we can do to enhance that a little bit more? Hello?
Thank
Hello?
you. Thank you very much once again for the question. Yes, we are back to talking about difference again.
Yes.
We Hi, can you
Yes.
hear me, please?
Yes. So I was just saying that if we are going to make impact,
Can you hear
I,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. So as impact makers,
Great.
what role should the
Well, I
men
said we are
play?
back to
Yes.
we are back to talking about.
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
Thank
Hello?
you. I was saying that we are back to talking about difference again.
Yes.
We need to understand our. Yes, please. I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, can you
I
hear me?
can, yeah, I can hear you. You go ahead
Great.
with your.
I was saying that we are back to talking about difference. We are back to understanding our unique makeup. We are back to understanding our unique makeup, our unique places in life and in society as well. We need to, importantly, if we want to make progress in life, we need to learn to question. We need to question certain things because, like I said, I believe in deliberate living. And if we want to empower women, generally we are asking ourselves, what is the problem? And what are the things that we believe that is sidelining the women? Because, like you're saying, the men are allies, the men are our partners, the men are the other side that we need to bring along. One very important thing happens when a person haven't truly understood who he is. A person that have not truly understand who he or she is will try to do other things to fill the void of meaning, to fill the void of relevance in their life.
Oh, we lost Hanson again. So, viewers, just whilst we are waiting for him to come back in, we just want to know if you are out there. If you are out there, please let us know by putting in the comment where you are watching from, and let us hear your views and the takeaways that you have got from this interaction. And please don't um don't be hesitant in letting us know the good you are picking up from here, and the things that you think we can enhance on. We are having some technical challenges at the moment, but we are determined to see this through. And so we just want to thank everybody for coming today, and also for giving us your time and your energy and your input into this particular interview and this broadcast. Today we are talking about impact makers, what impact these individuals are making in the world and in their community, what role they are playing, what are the feedback that we are getting, how can we make society a better place. So this is what we've been exploring, and we've been talking to none other than Mr. Hanson Bederu, the executive director of HBH Group, the founder of HBH Group, and all the good things that he's been doing in society to help the youth and the women and the young men to bridge the gap in society, so we can have a better place, or make the world a better place. And this has been the privilege that we have had to engage him and to pick his brain on all the things that he's been doing and how far he has brought us. So before we run up, Mr. Hansen Bederu is um, the founder of HBH Group, and he's been doing a lot of things in his community. You would like to get to meet him and to know him a little bit more. We can see we have got about a lot of people making comments right now. We will get back to your comments and give you replies as we go. Now, before we round up, Mr. Hansen is got a book coming out called Difference. What makes you different? But before we could go, can you tell us a little bit about the book, and then what is in the book? What should we expect? And then hopefully next time we'll get the chance to talk about the book more.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity once again. The book, it, like I said, came from a contemplation. It took me several years to put it together because I've been thinking that initially I thought if we were all the same, we would have been able to make, would have been more united and would have been able to make things happen more. But I understood with time that our difference is actually to our advantage and not to our disadvantage. As a people, as generally as human beings in the world, the fact that we are not the same is what makes us, it's to actually our advantage. Secondly, it's widely known. A lot of people will tell you, I know I'm unique, I know I'm special, I know I'm different, but that's where it ends. You are different, you are special to what end? Until your difference is serving a value, until your difference is solving a problem, your difference is meaningless. So in the book, I talked about how we can understand our difference and certain biological makeup of us that indicates right from just biological analysis that we are different. However, we need to be able to explore that difference to our advantage. In another part of the book, I talked about the journey of self-discovery. As a person, you can journey to understand who you are and to understand your difference. I talk about certain principles in that. And then at the last part of the book, I talk about releasing yourself or releasing or deploying your difference. Basically, you understood your difference. You took a journey to discover your difference. Now it's time to deploy or to release your difference. So by the time you are done with that book, you should have a proper self identity. You should have a proper understanding of who you are, not to cleave on other things, not to talk people down, destroy people in order for you to feel special or relevant, but you offer real-time value, and then you become relevant as much as you desire.
Wow, 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 wow. Viewers, this is fantastic. This is amazing. He just rounded it all up by saying, for you to be the superstar, you don't have to talk somebody down. You don't have to trample upon someone. You just don't have to belittle someone for you to be the superstar of whatever field you find yourself. That summed up the whole thing. That is such a powerful note for us to end on. Viewers, it is my pleasure. It is my one and only pleasure to have in the studio today Mr. Hanson Bederu, who has given us a glimpse into all the good things that he has in store coming in the years ahead. But before we go, I just want you to know the Impact Maker series will continue in the new year, where we'll be talking to some up and coming individuals that are making ripple effect around the world. And we hope that this series will give you a glimpse into what is to come. And for us to end on this note that we are going into the world, we are going into this Christmas season, we are going into the new year, knowing that our place in society is not to look down on someone, to talk someone down, to rubbish someone's religion or political views, to rubbish someone's culture or their skin tone or their gender, just for us to look good. It's not for us to do any of these things, but for us to have a self-evaluation and to accept ourselves for who you are and to know that we are different in the marketplace. And if we bring our difference to the table, then together we can all mix together and make a beautiful cake and then present it and enjoy it together. And this is a powerful message. I just wish this could continue, but we honor your time. We appreciate your coming. We value you. And we know we believe that you take something out of this. I'm your host, Victoria A. Glover, and we are coming to you live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And we hope that today you find something out of this. If you watch the replay, let us know the replay just by hashtag replay, just so we know you watch the replay and what you have taken out of this interview. Let us go in the power of our dreams and make the world a better place. Thank you very much. And thank you for coming, Hanson. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. Bye now, everybody. Bye. Happy
Bye.
Christmas. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance.
Thank you.
Bye.
Merry Christmas to you. Bye.